Hello everyone. I'm Ariona Samoto, and welcome to a new series for the channel. We are going to be playing the Curse of Monkey Island, Mega Monkey, this one right here. Now, the Foolish Mortals demo got me feeling nostalgic, so I got it from my old computer. Got the Monkey Island from my old computer and brought it over to this computer. Had to download ScumVM to get it working, but it's working and will hopefully keep working. We'll see. Hopefully no glitches. But this is you'll understand why I compared Foolish Mortals to The Curse of Monkey Island when I start playing it. But it's just a fun game, and it was actually one of the first games that I purchased for myself when I was younger, like in my, like, I think it was like 11 or 12 or something. But like it was one of the first games that I actually spent money on. So, and the thing is, back then, when you bought games, you had no clue what they were going to be like because you just read the back and be like, you know, you didn't have all these reviews or these trailers that you could watch and see what it's like. You didn't get all that. It was look at the back and go, that looks interesting, let's buy it and find out. And if it was crap, then it was crap and you just wasted your money. But if it was good, you're like, yeah, good choice. So we're gonna play Mega Monkey. We'll see if I remember all the puzzles. Hopefully I do. Now these monkeys get really loud. They got really loud when I was younger too, almost blow out the speakers loud. The monkeys are listening. Deep in the Caribbean, Monkey Island. It's Guybrush.
Captain's log. Guybrush Threepwood. Lost at sea for days now. I have no crew or navigational instruments. No provisions except a half-eaten corn dog, and unless I find water soon, I'm surely done for. Only the hope of finding my love, Elaine, keeps me going. My quest for the fabulous treasure called Big Whoop has left me in this sorry state. I thought it would bring me fame and glory. Instead, it delivered me into the clutches of my enemy, the zombie pirate LeChuck. I had thwarted his evil plot to marry Elaine, and he was after revenge. Really thirsty now. If only I could have a small drink of fresh water, I might have the strength to sail on. Oh, but I know there's nothing but ocean for miles and miles. If I could reach land, I might find water and some food. Fruit, maybe. Something to fight off the scurvy and help me get my strength back. Maybe some bananas. Oh, why do I torture myself like this? I might as well wish for some chicken and a big mug of grog for all the good it'll do me. Oh, my sweet Elaine. Am I cursed to starve here on this ocean without seeing your face just one more time? Am I...
Oh, this is so nostalgic. This music, I'm like bopping my head and everything to it. This music always fit the game so well. That Caribbean flavor. Very piratey themed Caribbean, like it's very fitting.
Fire!
LeChuck.
How many times do I have to tell you, LeChuck? I just don't feel that way about you.
Elaine?
By my congealed blood, you'll learn to love me. Sail with me, and I'll make you queen of the dead.
I can't. I'm washing my hair tonight.
Blast be your hair, woman! Can't you see that this salty old sea corpse pines for your every gentle caress?
You know, I don't think my father would approve of me dating the undead. And you're probably too nice a zombie pirate for me anyway. Let's just be friends instead. Let's face it, LeChuck. You're an evil, foul-smelling, vile, codependent villain, and that's just not what I'm looking for in a romantic relationship right now.
Darn your riddles, you saucy female! What do you mean? Ow! Oh!
You're a bloodthirsty monster who's already kidnapped me once, tortured my friends, and taken from me the only man I ever loved. Guybrush Threepwood.
Aww.
Aw, how romantic. Ship ahoy!
He's genuinely excited to see Guybrush.
Threepwood!
Although LeChuck isn't.
Fish him out.
Guybrush?
Guybrush Threepwood, by my gangrenous gut, I don't know how you escaped my carnival of the damned, but you won't escape the taste of my blade!
Nice.
Ah! Ooh, the lass has spirity. Throw him in the hole. I'll finish him after the battle. Turn loose the longboats. And prepare the flaming voodoo cannonball.
Part 1. The demise of the zombie pirate LeChuck. Do. Bum, bum.
I've got to get out of here and help Elaine. If I could only get through this one door, then I could easily overpower the armed guards above, slip over the side, and make for the shore.
Quit your mumbling, captive.
Alright. Now,
Blast ye scurvy dogs!
small pirate. Let's go take out this and examine.
Looks like a ramrod for the cannon.
And that ramrod's gonna go in my pants. Bloop. So weird.
Nice cannonballs. They're too heavy to carry.
Avast!
Nah.
Oh, whoops. That was weird. I clicked the button.
You drink bilge water, and you
I see a diorama.
Oh, I wanted to hear him say that part.
Peace and freedom. No, wait. It can't be that. It's just too dark to make out what's in there.
You drink bilge water and your mother dressed you funny. I wanted to hear him say that.
It's all tangled up in all that debris. I can't pick it up.
let's
Okay.
see if you can take this.
Hey, it's one of those new self-loading cannons I've heard so much about. quite squeeze past this cannon.
Move out of the way! I can't fire the cannon with you standing there!
Alrighty.
I'll redo-
I don't think I've ever seen a cuter pirate.
Stand back!
Ooh. Maybe I'll do. I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
Really?
No, I'm lying.
In that case, I don't want one.
Well, sorry we couldn't make a deal.
Cross me again, and I'll chum for sharks with you.
Are you wearing a fake beard?
Blood knows the pirate would not have a fake beard.
Yes, it is. It's been glued to your ear hair.
Actually, it's a highly sophisticated beard weave, made from the chest and back hair of real pirates.
Ew.
I'm hoping it'll take root if I don't wash it for a while.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not a pirate. Wally! Don't you recognize me? It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Oh, gee. Hello, Mr. Wood.
The last time I saw you, we were prisoners in LeChuck's dungeon. Why would you sign on with a ship of the living dead?
Well, Mr. Brush, at first I had some misgivings about it. But thanks to LeChuck's seminars, motivational lectures, and audio books on Parrot, I've become a vicious corsair. You can too. Ask me how.
Tell me about these seminars.
The seminars really brought things into focus. You don't know how empowering it is to be able to say to yourself, yes, I am a despicable, filthy, villainous pirate, deserving blame and censure. But that pirate is who I want to be. Everyone was really very supportive. We had this great feeling of synergy. Then LeChuck kicked down the door and said, "You lazy scum! Get back to work, or I'll beat you with your own legs!"
Tell me about these motivational lectures.
Well, they weren't lectures as such. It was what LeChuck described as flogging the inner child.
Okay. Obviously, beatings were a part of that. Flogging. Well, that's what flogging means. But yeah, you know.
Tell me about these audiobooks.
To become a pirate, the audio books on Parrot are the key. You get a set of 12 parrots, one a month. Return as many as you like. Keep them all and live. They teach you to talk just like a pirate.
It's a lot of
All the
parrots.
key phrases are in there. Blow the man down. Shiver me timbers. Who's a pretty bird? All the phrases a pirate needs to command respect on the high seas.
Do you have any literature I could look at?
Here. This leaflet explains the basic philosophy I follow.
What's behind that door?
Ooh! That's the door to LeChuck's treasure hold. There's heaps and piles of gold and silver. He's brought all the loot he's ever stolen to give to Elaine. LeChuck is convinced that he can buy Elaine's love.
What are LeChuck's plans?
He's been working on a secret weapon, some incredibly powerful cannonball. He's going to use it to blow down the walls of the fort so his crew can overrun the island.
Set me free, Wally.
I can't, Mr. Brush. I'm the evil pirate Bloodnose now. And besides, even if you got up on deck, LeChuck would cut you to ribbons.
Snap out of it, Wally.
That's Bloodnose to you, you scurvy sea bass.
Okay. Now it's time to
You're how
get him
fair is a
angry.
pirate.
Shut your trap, you yellow-bellied blowfish. One more peep out of you, and I'll do you in.
Beep.
Peep.
You scabrous swab. One more word, and I'll let you have it. That's it. I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna...
Aww.
Oh, I can't do it. I just can't. You're right, Mr. Wood. I'm just not a pirate. I'm not ferocious or bloodthirsty or hateful or anything. I'm not even unpleasant. Oh.
Aww.
Oh, there.
Poor Wally. So, in the previous Monkey Islands, Wally was a cartographer that you spoke to get a map. And like they said, we were prisoners in LeChuck's dungeon. Yeah, it's... Poor Wally. He's sad it's so rough. Yoink.
It's a brightly lit porthole. It's another gun bay. Hey! Is anyone over there? Is there anyone down in the hold? I don't think anyone is there.
Okay. Now, time to fire the gun. Oh, fun times. Alrighty. So, I could shoot the fort and, like, take out those, like, other areas, but what you're supposed to do is take out these pirate guys. And it's fun. So if you fire at the fort, you hear them say like, yay, and then you... Oops.
That was me. Sorry.
Watch where you're shooting!
Sorry about that.
But if you listen, like they gradually decrease in their excitement. See, and then one more fire. I'm not. Now fire again at the horde.
Oops, my fault.
You hear them? Yay! Like they're just so disappointed now.
Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this.
It's so funny.
Ooh, gross. All the bones and stuff are floating towards the ship.
Well, they've messed with the wrong skull this time. If I could just get my hands on that gunner. If I could just get my hands, period. Ah, well, I guess I'll just have to look on the bright side of this.
It's a horrible skull. I think it would bite me.
Yeah, you probably would.
At least I've lost some weight.
Can I call you Bob?
You may call me Murray. I am a powerful demonic force. I am the harbinger of your doom, and the forces of darkness will applaud me as I stride through the gates of hell, carrying your head on a pike.
Stride?
All right, then roll. Roll through the gates of hell. Must you take the fun out of everything?
You know, you look great with a melting candle on your forehead.
I get the feeling you're not taking me very seriously.
No, I am, really.
Really? Then let me hear you scream in terror.
I'm too petrified to say anything. Why do you villains always laugh so much?
I wasn't laughing about anything in particular. Somewhere there's a fish nibbling on my foot and it really tickles.
Aww.
You're about as fearsome as a doorstop.
Is it a really evil-looking doorstop?
Never mind. Was your mother's father bald too?
I'm not bald. I just have a really high widow's peak.
Well, at least now you never have to worry about what to wear.
Well, I suppose that's true.
And accessorizing is really easy.
That's also true. And I look good in hats.
There you go.
So motivational.
How can you see without eyeballs?
How can you walk around without a brain? Some things no one can answer.
I'm going now.
Good. Now leave me alone. I have a lot of scheming and evil plotting to do. Boy, there's not much to do out here when you're just a bodiless head.
You'd be more grateful to people who were talking to you, you'd think, but nope. Called me brainless.
Hey, that's my arm. Give that back. Well, I could pass the time by whistling and had lips.
If I gave you your arm back, what would you do with it?
I'd terrorize the South Seas. I'd torture the living. I'd demolish the... what I meant to say was I'd use it to pet kittens.
Nope. You blew it.
Drat.
That's funny. Okay.
This is so unfair.
Alrighty. Now... Well, I'll show you what it says first before I slice it, because that's what we're going to be doing.
It's the restraining rope for the cannon. I could never untie that big knot. I couldn't chew through that.
Alright. Slice and dice, baby.
Taste cold steel, feeble cannon restraint rope. Piracy, the LeChuck way. Chapter 1. How to get more than 15 men on a dead man's chest. Chapter 2. Leg irons or flogging? The age-old question. Chapter 3. Mermaids or manatees? Does it really matter?
I don't know.
It's a copy of Piracy.
Depends on what you're doing
the
with them.
LeChuck way. It's a skeleton arm. It's a sharp cutlass. It's a ramrod with a plastic hook stuck on the end. They're very festive.
Watch this.
Oh, that's made my voice sound funny. I don't think I've ever seen a cuter pirate. I don't want to disturb him. He's had a hard day. I don't want to slap the little guy around.
Alright.
Hey, it's one of those new self-loading cannons I've heard so much about.
Nah.
Alright, time to fire.
Now, with the demon flames of this voodoo cannonball, I'll blast my significant other into the significant other world. That'll show her how much I truly care.
Toxic.
Neptune's navel, that was a close one.
Hey, I lost my cutlass when the ship capsized. Hey, I can see the ocean floor. It's the biggest pile of treasure I've ever seen.
Gimme.
I wouldn't be able to swim with all that treasure. I'll leave it here and come back for it when I have a boat. Nah. That's not the kind that opens.
So, just for reference, I could have knocked Murray's skull into the water, and he would have been rolling around on the bottom. And Guybrush actually comments on it if you did that, and says something about there's a really angry-looking skull floating around down there, but I didn't do that because that's mean.
It's a bottle of sparkling formaldehyde.
I know he's
In here,
an
too.
evil skull, but still. The only reason why I know that that happens is because when I was younger, I thought I could hook him and put him in my pocket, but he ended up just going into the water.
It's LeChuck in all his glory. I don't even want to know what LeChuck's plans were for that. I hate to think what that comb's been through. Marry me or die. Touching. It's got a zombie ballerina. Chocolate-covered barnacles, marshmallow hooks, sea urchins, glass eyes.
Blech.
Ugh. It's stabbed through the heart. Cute and yet sinister. It's a bag of wooden nickels. Some treasure. Because the ship is capsized, this ladder goes to nowhere. Hey, there's a big diamond ring behind this bag. No, if only I could find a way to get up there and get out.
Give me that ring. And diamonds cut glass.
Guybrush? Guybrush! I thought I'd lost you forever. Is it really you?
Yes, Elaine. Did you really mean what you said out there? That I was the only man you ever loved?
Well, yes, Guybrush, I guess I did.
Elaine, I'm a man of action. A swashbuckler, a rogue, a wanderer, a man who can hold his breath for 10 minutes. I have no ties and no regrets. I sail with the wind and go where adventure takes me. But somehow, something always leads
Guybrush,
me...
stop babbling.
Elaine, will you marry me?
Oh, Guybrush.
Oh, Wally? You're alive! But how did you survive the explosion?
I was thrown clear. I'm just lucky I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Wow, Elaine, that's some ring.
Thank you, Wally. It's an engagement ring from Guybrush.
Hey, that looks just like the big diamond ring LeChuck had in his treasure hold. You know, the one with that ghastly, disfiguring voodoo curse on it. Well, I'm sure Guybrush wouldn't have given you that ring. Anyway, I gotta be going. I hear there's a tattoo removal place on this island that's freckle safe. See you at the wedding.
Guybrush!
Ooh. Part 2, the curse gets worse. Chicken!
Oh no! Elaine? She's not gonna be happy about this. It's Elaine. I've got to change her back somehow. Elaine? Honey? You okay? Can I get you anything? I'll just start lifting that pirate curse then, huh? She must weigh a ton. No offense. Hey, I wonder how many carrots she... No, bad idea. It's a glowing ember left over from the battle.
Yoink. Ouch. Kitty.
It's an informative plaque put up by the Plunder Island Naturalist Society. Plunder Island feral chicken. One of Plunder Island's most common fauna and the animal for which our capital of Puerto Pollo is named. Neat.
Poke.
I don't think so.
There's a lot of like little hidden gems in this game, like hidden secrets, like little thingies. Like this hidden button.
Fun.
And like you could play this game multiple times and keep finding more.
The Long John Silver Center for the Performing Arts presents Spear. No. It says, "Welcome to Puerto Pollo from the Plunder Island Poultry Brotherhood."
Okay.
How inspiring. A budding young entrepreneur. The Surgeon General of Plunder Island has determined that ingredients in this product may be harmful or fatal if swallowed.
Hmm? The lemonade?
5 cents. Lemonade. I'll have to buy some lemonade first. You've got to help me.
We're closed.
You've got to help. Closed?
Yep. The child labor laws around here are very strict.
But my girlfriend has been placed under a pirate curse.
Oh, then you need to see the lady over in Plunder Swamp. She's been leaving flyers around. You might find one somewhere here in town.
Cool.
Danger Cove. Danger, do not enter. Plunder Island Naturalist Society Nature Trail. Bush. A pristine example of one of the many decorative bushes used for landscaping Plunder Island. Ipecac, Cephalus ipecacuana, one of the creeping vines common throughout Plunder Island. The syrup made from the ipecac flowers was used by the early settlers of Plunder Island as a purgative.
Mmm, yummy.
Beware. Blondebeard's Chicken Shop. It's the two-way speaker for the walkthrough. It's a chicken coop, but I don't see any chickens. Hello? I can't understand you. What was that? Forget it.
Just a big failure.
Feeling down because your chicks turned to gold? Come to the swamp, get your fortune told. Voodoo and things. Formerly just Voodoo. Visit our new location on Plunder Island.
Yoink.
It's a great big vat full of red dye. Number 2.
That's probably what that sign was referring to. Let's go to the swamp.
Boo!
Ah! Oh, it's just you again.
Just your most terrifying image of evil revisited.
Yeah, right.
I bring you warning from the infernal realms. Do not go farther into the swamp. Turn back. Turn back. Darkness will envelop you.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta go.
Now we're just gonna go back to the beach only because if you do, and you go look at the statue, it's now got a sign.
Untitled composition in gold and diamond. This newest addition to our public works of art depicts our esteemed Governor Marley in startling lifelike detail. Mysterious. How'd you get all the way up there?
Through sheer force of will.
Uh-huh.
All right, there was a bunch of those weird voodoo kids. They found me on shore and put me on top of this spike all the time thinking they were so funny.
Do you need me to help you down?
Help! I need no help from you foolish mortals. I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the offer.
I like Murray. He's a crotchety dude.
What are you doing up there?
I am standing as a testament.
Standing?
hanging as a testament to the power of the forces of evil that will one day claim victory over the entire Earth.
Do you know anything about lifting curses?
Oh, right. I know a lot about lifting curses. That's why I'm a disembodied talking skull, sitting on top of a spike in the middle of a swamp.
You seem bitter.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough day.
How long are you gonna keep doing that?
As long as it takes.
Must get pretty dull up there, I suppose.
Never! The powers of darkness are never dull. We will one day prove that... Oh, who am I trying to fool? I'm poured out of my skull. Figuratively speaking, of course.
You seem restless.
Oh, I don't know. It's just that not many people come through this swamp.
What would you rather be doing?
I need to be out among the lesser people, terrifying them and causing pain and misery.
That would make you happy?
Yes, happy in a dark, demonic way.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta go.
Glue. And a pin.
What a relief.
And watch what you can do.
I'm sure it won't do anything. After all, it's just a paper voodoo doll. Oh! The pain! How cute. A paper voodoo doll. It's a paper voodoo doll.
Gum.
Admiral Sweetum's Bit-O Jerky Bubblegum. 5 cents.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a bag of nickels.
Wow, I got a whole pack of gum.
Sweet.
It ate my nickel.
So rude.
Bit-O Jerky Bubblegum.
Yoink. Chew some gum.
Tastes like sirloin.
We're just gonna come out here just for a minute, cause we are gonna give Murray some gum. There you go, Murray. Something to keep you busy. All right. Oops.
It's a big stuffed alligator with an unusually long tongue. He's stuffed. Who are you, and how did you just appear like that?
I am one gifted with a second sight, adept at manipulating the forces of nature for the benefit of all who enter my door.
You're a fashion consultant.
Well, yes, but that's not what I was referring to. I am a voodoo priestess.
Neat.
You're an autumn, by the way.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
We have known each other for a very long time, Guybrush Threepwood. You've been through much, so it is understandable that you have forgotten me. We met on Melee Island when you were first trying to become a pirate.
Hang on a second. Are we gonna do one of those flashback things? They always make me nauseous.
No, I'll make this quick. I twice helped you defeat the evil pirate LeChuck, first by preparing the voodoo antidote,
I'm starting to remember.
and then again by helping you prepare a voodoo doll of his zombie form.
That's right.
Yay.
You've helped so much, and I still don't know your name.
I am known by many names on many different islands. But names have little importance. You should know this more than anyone, Guybrush Threepwood.
Yes, you're right. Hey, are you making fun of me?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Boy, have I got some stories to tell you.
Stories? Yes, well, I'm sensing a great disturbance. I have to go.
But I've got to tell you about LeChuck and Elaine.
I'm going to disappear now in a big flash of light. Cover your eyes.
No, wait. It started back on Dinky Island. I knew LeChuck was close.
I'll be disappearing here any moment.
Okay, no stories. Nice place. I love what you've done with it.
Thank you. You'll have to excuse the mess. The kids came over to play with their paper voodoo dolls. They're adorable children. Would you like to see some pictures?
They're all so mean.
Perhaps later.
Yes, there's no time for that now. I sense that something terrible has happened.
Hey, you're good. Something terrible has happened. I finally proposed to Elaine.
Congratulations. That doesn't sound so
And when I placed the engagement ring on her hand, she was placed under a horrible pirate curse and trapped for eternity as a solid gold statue.
Ah, that explains it. I was struck with a wave of overwhelming hatred and anger.
Yeah, that LeChuck was a pretty mean guy.
I was talking about Elaine.
Well, there's no time to worry about that now. We have to hurry.
Do not panic, Guybrush. She will be safe until we can break the curse. You only have to worry about her being stolen. Where did you hide her?
It's too secret. I'm gonna do this one. But you see why now that I compared Foolish Mortals to this game, because there's a Voodoo Priestess and everything and all this stuff. There's like this mystery and point-click adventure, stuff like that. Yeah. Problem solving.
I can't tell you. It's too secret.
Very well. But I am very much relieved to hear that she is safe and...
I just remembered something I've got to do. See you around.
You didn't hide her. Go, Guybrush, hurry, before you're too late.
Oh no!
Elaine!
Look at all the chickens.
I've got to get her back. This is so
many
embarrassing.
chickens.
Looks like I'm gonna need some more help.
Look at all them chickens.
Someone's stolen Elaine.
That is unfortunate. It will be difficult to get her back.
Do you know who kidnapped her?
Not for certain, but I suspect that it's the mangy pirates anchored in Danger Cove.
Can you give me something to lift the curse?
No, LeChuck's curse is a very powerful one. Fueled by his anger and his intense frustration in dealing with the opposite sex. I have nothing here to lift so powerful a curse, but there is one way.
Great, tell me.
You have to replace the cursed ring with a pure one of greater or equal value. A good guideline is 2 months' salary.
Although I do agree with her statement about salary.
Where am I gonna find a huge uncursed diamond ring?
Legends speak of a whopping big diamond ring on Blood Island.
Blood Island? I've never heard of it.
You will soon become quite familiar with it. But you must be careful, Guybrush. I have foreseen that your journey will be filled with peril and deception. I have also seen that Blood Island will be the place where you will die.
So, as to the statement about the 2 month salary thing, personally for me, I would rather have something that means something. Like it's not about how much money was spent on it. It's about whether my partner knows me well enough to know what I would actually like and what... Because I don't like big and gaudy rings. Like the ring that Guybrush gave to Elaine, way too big, way too extravagant. Oh my god, that's like... No. Like, you would break your hand just carrying it around. But like, even a lot of the rings that people say, oh, it's beautiful, like, and like the huge clunky stones, I don't like them. To me, they're just overbearing, gaudy, and like, I like dainty, delicate rings, personally. Like, just small, pretty rings would be nice. But And I don't really like the whole idea of diamonds either. Like, diamonds are kind of overrated in my opinion. I think it would be nice to have like maybe a ruby or something, or like something that fits my personality. Anyway, not that I have any prospects or anything. I'm just saying. Like, same like heirloom rings. Those are really nostalgic and very like nice. Like I like kind of antique jewelry as well. So it's like heirloom rings are nice. And they're always so intricate and well designed. Like if you look at antique jewelry, it's always so much more intricate and detailed than a lot of the newer jewelry. A lot of the newer jewelry is, yes, it's simple, but it's also very big and bold, where I like dainty, delicate, and intricate designs, personally. But anyway, back to this.
And you're saying this is a place I should go? What are you, nuts?
No. The value of the ring on Blood Island comes from its emotional significance. It represents a pure, true love, a power greater than any other.
Oh, that's sweet. I think I have something in my eye.
Do not mock the voodoo priestess.
I like her saucy attitude.
How do I get to Blood Island?
You will need 3 things. A map to Blood Island, for the journey is a long and dangerous one. A seaworthy ship to take you there. And an experienced crew.
Map, ship, and crew. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, how will I find the ring on Blood Island?
All I can say is that I see a long and painful history connected with that ring. And I feel a great sadness associated with it. You will learn more once you have actually found the island.
Blood Island sounds dangerous. You have to come with me.
No, I cannot. I have lived on 3 different islands in the past 6 years. I do not wish to travel anymore. Besides, this derelict is still in escrow.
But who will explain away gaping plot holes? You've got to come. You're my only hope.
No, Guybrush. There is another.
I like it when games
Blood
break the
Island,
third
here
wall.
I come.
It's funny.
I finally defeated LeChuck and his skeleton pirates.
True evil can never be destroyed completely.
But I heard him blow up and everything.
You'd be surprised at how much abuse an evil undead zombie pirate can take.
What makes you think LeChuck will be back?
Some men can search their entire lives and never discover their reason for being. LeChuck has found his. To perpetually rise from the dead and torment you and Elaine. It's what he does best.
Gee, when you put it that way, it's kind of hard to stay mad at him. When I finally found Big Whoop and was enormously disappointed.
Big Whoop is pure evil. You were lucky to escape alive.
I can't remember much about it. Just that I was expecting so much more and felt so let down.
Yes, it is the source of much of LeChuck's power.
I'm never going back there again.
I have foreseen otherwise. You will return to Big Whoop and confront LeChuck once again.
See, what's funny though is that in the other games, she actually tries to help Guybrush find Big Whoop, but yet now she's like, "Stay away, it's evil." But it's like, come on, you were the one helping me.
Well, how can I finally destroy him for good?
No one knows. His power seems to grow with every incarnation. You may have dealt with him for now, but this respite can only be temporary at best.
That sucks.
What island is this, anyway?
You have landed on Plunder Island.
Plunder Island. Sounds appropriately piratey.
Naturally. It's a sort of retirement community for ex-pirates and their spouses.
Sounds exciting.
Lately, there has been all too much excitement on the island. All centering around Governor Marley, LeChuck, and a giant chicken.
Giant chicken?
What about this giant chicken business?
Ah yes, Guybrush. You have landed on an island gripped by the cold, clammy hand of fear.
Don't you think you're being a bit overdramatic?
This was a peaceful island until the great beast landed on our shores. Some say it was sent to make the islanders pay for their cruelty. Others claim it was simply blind fate. Whatever the impetus, it came.
The infamous bear pig of Plunder Island. Is this going to get scary? Now I want to do this one because it's just funny.
What? I'm not even at the scary part yet.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It was El Pollo Diablo, the giant demon chicken. Tall as a man, and twice as powerful. His massive drumsticks propel him through the dark jungle with ease. No one has seen the beast, but on the eve of the full moon, his blood-curdling squawk can be heard from every corner of this wretched island. In the dark of night, he roosts patiently, watching, waiting for the one day.
No, wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess.
He's hatching a diabolical scheme. He's establishing a new pecking order. He's going to buck the system. He's crossing the road to freedom. That's what we're going to go with.
Crossing the road to freedom.
He owns the island.
She gets so annoyed.
Terrible vengeance on those who would capture and eat his smaller brethren.
Oh, give me a break.
There were once others like you, skeptical to the true nature of the beast. But they're all dead now, pecked into a bloody pulp by his savage beak. But I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right, whatever. Elaine is governor of this island, too?
Actually, Elaine is the governor of the entire Tri-Island area, comprised of Melee, Booty, and Plunder Islands. She moved to her fort here on Plunder after the kitchen and landscaping staff quit her Booty Island mansion.
Well, how did you end up on Plunder Island?
I realized that my location in the swamp on Scab Island wasn't ideally situated.
So you moved to a swamp on a different island?
I just said I could see the future. I never claimed to be an expert in real estate.
Thanks. I've heard all I needed to know.
So, like, if she can see the future, couldn't she see a future in which she has an ideally situated location? You think? Maybe?
I want to know what voodoo spell you're working on.
Voodoo spell? Oh, this. This is just a fondue I'm making for tonight. Would you like to try it?
Does it have any skink toes in it?
A few.
I'll pass.
Ew.
I want to know more about safe hair replacement systems.
I can imagine. Didn't you have a beard the last time I saw you?
I sure did. A really cool one. I wonder what happened to it. I want to know more about a diet I can live with.
I'll share with you knowledge passed from mother to daughter in my family for generations.
What's that?
Low fat, high fiber. It works.
I want to know more about variable rate mortgages.
Bad idea. Though attractive to the first-time homeowner, the rate reacts wildly to fluctuations in the market and can work against the buyer over time. You're best off starting with a 20% down payment and a variable rate mortgage, then refinancing at a fixed rate after 1 or 2 years as the market warrants.
Could you repeat that?
No.
I want to know more about a career in TV and VCR repair.
So you want to make more money?
Sure, we all do.
Stick to pirate work.
And I want to know more about the Aztec god, Quetzalcoatl.
Really sweet guy, not at all as bloodthirsty as they make him out to be. Shorter than you might think.
Thanks for your help. Gotta go.
Bye-bye. Thank you. And we're gonna head out. And we're probably gonna end the episode shortly here. He's just chewing on his gum. Just gonna look at him.
It's my pal from LeChuck's ship. I think he wants to be alone right now.
Yeah, he's happily chewing on his bubblegum. We're gonna go down to the fort. So many chickens. There's a chicken there, chicken there, chicken there. And there's chickens up in the fort. Chicken, chicken, chicken.
Those pirates in Danger Cove walk on their hands. Weird. Untitled composition in gold and diamond. This newest addition to our public works of art was shamefully taken without authorization.
Boo. And another chicken. Alright, so that's where we're going to leave off this episode. Thank you all for watching. Now, next episode, we'll continue our search. I know what we're going to be doing, but you're just going to have to follow along and see what happens. It's a very engaging game, very story heavy, and with lots of little quirky dialogue. And some of it may not be as... like, this game is made for kids. Even though it has some dialogue in it that's kind of like, maybe a little bit more adult friendly, it's definitely more kid friendly game. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and always remember, friends don't let friends cast voodoo curses alone.